you think we could finally see when we get that ruling this week?
Well, this kind of fits in with the trade disputes that the administration wants to engage in. In any case, this has been going on for, I used to work at Boeing, and back in as late as '92 it was surfaced and that was settled. But there's no question that Airbus had implicit and explicit loan guarantees from the government to furnish to subsidize the non-recurring costs of the design of the A380, the big behemoth that's now going out of production, and the A340. So it's pretty out-dried, but there are, like Phil Blabeau said, some issues where tax abatements in the state of Washington that were given to Boeing to build extra plants. All these things are being worked out, and I suspect it's going to get worked out without sanctions being approved, but a negotiated settlement.
Well, I think that is certainly the market's hope for this, but the administration has published its list of the items that it would go after. The EU has published its retaliatory list. But Carter, Gordon brings up the preferential tax treatment that Boeing has been receiving from Washington, some tax benefits at the state level. And that's been Airbus's argument that, yes, we're receiving some benefits from the French and the EU government, but Boeing is being subsidized as well. How much truth is there to that, and how much risk is there to Boeing right now because of everything else it has been through in the last year?
Well, look, there's a lot of truth to that, frankly. I mean, when you look at state tax incentives, both in Washington and then in South Carolina and the new facility down in Charleston, you're gonna find plenty of support. But if you go way back and look at Boeing and their real success in winning in the jet age. You know, they ordered, the U.S. Air Force ordered, 500 plus KC-135s, which was really a derivative of the 707, at a time where the passenger jet fleet in the world was less than 100 airplanes. So, the boost from military spending and the cross-subsidization there have been big benefits for Boeing. But at the end of the day, whether each one of these companies got subsidies or benefits in some form, which they did, putting tariffs on aircraft now at this point doesn't make any sense. I mean, both of these companies are doing very well selling products in both geographies. They have suppliers in both geographies. And up until the MAX crisis, they had the highest margins they've had in 100 years. So it's hard to see why this industry is damaged in some fashion that requires, tariffs at this point.